Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Real Racing 3. Today we will be doing 50% of 6-cylinder Annihilation series. Last episode we did 25%, and this episode we're going to be doing 50% to get the reward of 8,000 RS, which isn't much, but most importantly, the 8 gold, which might not seem a lot, but this series giving you free gold for just completing them gives you so much gold because you get 25%, 50%, 75, and 100%. And in total, you get more than 20 gold from just completing these series. And also these cars, almost all of these cars are super easy to buy and also fully upgrade. Now back to the race. Oh wait, you just got a glimpse there of the BMW M6 because I'm buying cars for the next season, the next category, because this amateur, the next category is Pro-Am, and our first race is going to be a drag race at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And because the showcase has been completed for the Nissan Skyline GT-R V-Spec, if you've been following this channel, you know that we'll be moving on to the next car, and in this case, the next car is going to be the Nissan 370Z Z34. I might make a different video on my other channel, Neavoy, which is the backwards of Louvain, comparing the 350Z and the 370Z. And now it is going to be the drag race. I think this car is pretty good at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And the drag race means there are going to be 3 drag races, and we need to win at least all of them to actually finish the race. Now our first car we're going to be competing against is a Nissan Skyline GT-R, which one will be very easy to beat because they're one of the slowest cars in the whole game, even though they're so popular. But now look at how quickly we're pulling away. 2 perfect shifts in a row. I'm not sure why, but this acceleration feels slower to other cars that I've done drag races before, because in the other drag races I usually get early or late shifts on the first gear, but now we're starting the races a little bit slower start as well. But now we look at that, we already got perfect shift again. We just got a late shift on the 3rd gear. Now another perfect shift, and look at how quickly we're pulling away from that other car. Now we're into the final race, and it is another Skyline GT-R. This is going to be a really easy race over all Nissan Skylines, which we can easily beat. This car has almost 2 times the amount of PR than the Skyline GT-R fully upgraded, and these cars are likely not fully upgraded. There we go guys, lots of perfect shifts, and there we go. We have now won the American Grand Prix, and we'll be moving on to the next race. Okay guys, our next race is going to be Speed Snap at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I'm pretty good at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the oval and the track circuit version. And Speed Snap means we need to hit the finish line with as much speed as possible. And actually it just has 0.1 PR more than the BMW 1 Series M Coupe, which is actually the 4th road car you get in the whole game. It has been with us since the very beginning, pure stock challenge. The finish line we need to hit at 110 miles per hour, which should be pretty easy because since now we have been getting only Nissan Skyline GT-R, so this is likely going to be another Skyline GT-R. And now we're starting the race, and I remember doing this version of the race, this type of Speed Snap with the Lamborghini Diablo Super Veloce, and we won that one very easily. Now we're going into the straight, and there's a finish line 110 miles per hour, and now we're already 100 miles per hour, 110. We absolutely destroyed that Speed Snap. We easily won that race. We have now won the American Grand Prix. I think we have 2 in a row, the drag race and now the Speed Snap. And now we'll be moving on to the next race. Okay guys, our next race is going to be the showcase for the Nissan 370Z. It is an elimination at the Melbourne circuit. I'm pretty good at this track, but because it is the showcase, it means that this will be the last race we will see with the Nissan 370Z in this series. I think it will be in the next series, however, the Global Production Pursuit, along with a new car called the Chevrolet Cobalt SS. It has just about the same PR as the Nissan Skyline GT-R, so it's also probably very slow. But now we're starting the showcase, and I think this is the first time we've had cars except that is different from the Nissan Skyline GT-R V-Spec. And now we're going to get a lot of overtakes already through the inside. There we go, we're just about to take podium places. Now we're chasing 2nd and 1st place Nissan's 370Zs. Now it just got blocked by the Gray's 350Z. But now we're going to the middle and we took 2 in 1. Now we have already taken the lead of the Australian Grand Prix. And also I think I said 350Z. This is the 370Z. Oh my goodness. But now we're already eliminated 2 out of the 8 people in this race. And now there's only 6 remaining. And we're already pulling away from the Nissan's 370Zs behind us. Oh my goodness, so many Nissans. The Nissan Silvia, the 370Z, then the 350Z, and then the Skyline. There's so much you need to memorize. But now we're going to start the next lap of the race through the final corner into the finish line. Now we're pulling away even more from the 370Zs behind us. Oh my goodness. Now we're starting the second lap into the first corner. I pretty much memorized every single braking point in this track, and also in these corners and in the final section of the track I got really fast. But if you even touch the the wall, then you lose a lot of time and a lot of speed. But now we're going into a straight and we're gonna start pulling away from the 370Zs behind us. And now we're already guaranteed the top 3 positions because there are 3 left. So actually the only thing we need is a podium, because you only need a trophy to advance to the next series. But to get 100% completion, you need to get gold trophies. But now we're going to start the third lap of the race. Now we're into the final section, and now the third place car has been eliminated, meaning that we're guaranteed second place at least. And now we're going to start the third lap of the race, and I think we'll just be able to start the third lap before the second place is eliminated. And now we can actually just left off, and I think we'll be able to win. There we go, guys. We have now won the Australian Grand Prix, and we'll be moving on to the next race. Okay guys, our next race is going to be 3 laps at Suzuka, but because the showcase has been completed for the Nissan 370 Z34, we're going to be moving on to the next car, the BMW 1 Series M Coupe. And if you've been following this channel, you know that this car has been with us since the very first series of road car collection, pure stock challenge, and it has just about 30 PR for being the 4th road car you unlock in the whole game. And look at that, we're already starting to see BMW Z4S drives, which is the fastest car in this series. But we have a fully upgraded and fully serviced BMW 1 Series. And let's show everyone that even though this car is super old, basically one of the first cars in the whole game, we can still easily beat all of these newer cars. Already up to 14th, almost getting already halfway through the grid. And there we go, we passed 10 cars so far and around the outside, but we're forced outside because there is no space. But now we're going back into the track around the outside of that white 370Z, and we have already taken 6th place. Now going into 5th place and challenging this other Z4. Oh my goodness, challenging that other. Oh my goodness, there's too much happening. But now we have gotten 2nd place in the race, and we're chasing the 1st place. I think that is a BMW. No, that is that is a BMW. That is the S Drive. Let's show everyone that the 1 Series is just as good as the S Drive with the right driver. And look at that, we're already starting to catch up to the S Drive. Let's show them that even though this car is super old, one of the first cars in the game, we can still beat the new fastest car. Look at that, we're catching up very quickly around the outside of the final corner, but we just miss out, just sliding. If we had traction control on, maybe we could have won the race. Maybe we could have taken 1st place in the 1st lap, but now we're starting the 2nd lap, and with more determination we are going to get the lead within the 1st corner. 130R now, and we're going to overtake the BMW. There we go, guys, we have now taken the lead of the Japanese Grand Prix and showed them that the 1 Series is still a good car. Look at how quickly we just pulled away there. And actually our mirror is, wait, what? I don't know if you noticed that, but for a short while our mirror was kind of weird, the mirror right there. But now back to the racing, and we're already pulling away from the S Drive behind us, and we almost cannot even see them behind us now. Now we're going to the start hairpin and into the final section of the track, the fast section of the track. I think this car has a good top speed and acceleration. Look at that, We almost cannot see them. Let's go into third person. Look at how much we're just cruising through this fast section of the track with a BMW 1 Series M Coupe, 140 miles per hour. I think the S Drive or the Z4 M Coupe had in Mount Panorama 170 miles per hour in the final straight before the chicane. But now we're exiting the final corner of the second lap, and we're going to start the third lap of the race. Our time for the second lap was 1 minute 15, I think. Now we're starting the final lap into the first corner, 130R. Let's try to beat 1 minute 15, maybe even more than 1 second, because in racing terms, 1 second lap faster is quite a lot, especially in qualifying. Now we're going to this section of the track, more than 140 yards already in between us and second place, and we overtook them in the second lap. Now we're just going to start the final section of the race, the fast section. This track is actually quite short, 256 yards between us and second place. Now we're going to the hairpin, and we should be able to go really, really fast. I think we've been doing good pace so far, but these final corners we could easily slide off and make our lap invalid, or maybe even just go off track in the straight. But now we're cruising through 140 miles per hour. There we go again, 140 miles per hour, and that's the long part is quite short actually. But now we're going into the final corner of the race, over 400 yards. Now it's dropping very quickly, 370 yards. But now we're going to finish the race, 1 minute 12, 13. I think it was 1 minute 13 seconds. That was pretty fast. I think just 2 seconds faster, which is in racing terms quite fast for a difference between the same car, the same driver in the same race. And look at that, 1 minute 13.631. We're over 6 seconds faster than any of the other cars' fastest lap. Okay guys, our next race is going to be an elimination at Melbourne. Again, Melbourne, I'm pretty good at this track as well. Actually, I think I learned my braking points at Melbourne with this very car, the 1 Series. And I'm pretty good with most of the tracks, especially Suzuka, because I did lots of endurance races farming for the RS with the 1 Series M Coupe. And it is elimination once again, meaning there's 8 cars. Now we're already starting to see though the S Drive, which is the fastest car in this series. Last time, before when we were using the 370Z, we were only seeing Skylines. Now we're already seeing the fastest cars in this series. It went from 0 to 100 real quick. I think within 2 races. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, did you notice that Skyline with the oh my goodness, we're getting lots of hit behind from those 2 Skylines, but that Skyline with the orange and the green turbo boost livery, I think that was the Toyota Supra of the Fast and Furious 2 movie on the Nissan Skyline GTR instead of the Toyota Supra. Usually the Toyota Supra, the Skyline of the Fast and Furious was with silver and the blue stripes, but they mix matched the liveries. But now back to the actual racing. Number 6 is just going to be eliminated. I think this is just about the same area where number 6 was. We were having 6 players left in the race. With the 370Z, oh my goodness, Pungent Sauce eliminated. I turned off TSM names and the TSM avatars because I usually thought they were extractions, they're just distractions. Right here, TSM names and TSM avatars. So I usually don't see the names and don't pay too much attention to them, but I do remember seeing some weird names, usernames in the elimination and in the leaderboards. But now back to the racing into the first corner of the second lap of the race. Now we're going through this section. Look at how smooth we just went through that section of the track. This car is definitely one of my favorite cars. It is slow definitely, but it is just fast enough where it feels nice to drive it, and also it's controllably fast, which means you don't have to brake very early just to keep it on the track. Oh my goodness, Dayron Crank 24 or something. Now we're already 700 yards from second place, and third place is just about to be eliminated from the race. We already guaranteed a podium, and I think we could do similar to the 370 elimination where we could just lift off right at the end. Oh my goodness, Purple Majesty 32. That is probably one of the weirdest usernames I've ever seen so far. But now we're going to start the third lap of the race. I think we started third lap as well in the 370 race. But now into the first corner, and second place is just about to be eliminated. Let's try to get 1,000 yards, but no, we're just not able. Oh wait, there we go. We're just able to see 1,000 yards. I think we got 1,000 yards. But now we have won the Australian Grand Prix, and we'll be moving on to the next race. Okay guys, our next race is going to be a cup at Mount Panorama. I'm almost perfect at this track. I love it especially because of the Supercar series and Bathurst 1000, which is I think 1000 kilometers at this track at Bathurst, which is where this track is. 2 laps and it is the cup, meaning there's almost guaranteed to be the 22 car grid. I don't think we'll be able to see any 16 car or 12 car grid anytime soon now, but there it is guys. It is definitely going to be the 16 car grid, 22 car grid. But in the first corner we'll overtake so many people because it is quite slow, but if you go around the outside and time it perfectly, you'll be able to get almost halfway through the grid all that time. Already getting our first overtakes here and there. That with one of them was blocked by the skyline, which is very slow, but even with that small hit, we already went halfway through the whole grid in the first corner guys. Look at how much of a benefit being out of the traffic and not being stuck behind any cars. And it is, all of them are stuck behind this super slow skyline. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be an easy overtake. Number 5 through the inside, and now we have taken the lead of the Australian Grand Prix, and within the first few corners already. And actually we're going super slow here. We can almost see the hood of the car in third person. I think maybe with lower and longer cars we could see the hood in that section of the track, the uphill section. But now that means we're going to go downhill very quickly, and we're going to go very quickly. And now already 130 miles per hour, and here we can actually see if we can get 170 miles per hour, just like the S-Drive and the Z4M Coupe, I think. But now we're into the downhill section. We need to be very careful, because if one hit here, it could send you completely in the wrong line, and you could eventually hit lots and lots more walls. But now going into the final turn into the straight here, oh my goodness, little bit of drifting, hitting the wall there. But now let's see how much speed we can get in this straight. I think the braking point is the same as the S-Drive and the Z4M Coupe. 160 miles per hour now. 162, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. 170 miles per hour. Just about to get 180 miles per hour. This car is definitely old but gold. Now we're going through the chicane, and we're going to start the second lap of the race, the final lap of the race. This one I think we'll be able to do it guys, because second place is a super slow skyline. We could actually go for the 1,000 yards. And actually in this track, in the final race of Street Spec Skirmish, 4 laps at Mount Panorama, I was actually able to get my personal record of the most distance between me and second place. 2,000 yards between me and second place at Mount Panorama, mainly because in that straight I was using the BMW S-Drive, and you could get almost 2,000 yards by just doing the straight if you had a good enough car. But now we're going into the uphill section of the track in the final lap, the second lap of the race. And look at that, we're still now we're going down a little bit. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize that we're already 800 miles. Oh my goodness, 800 yards. And but now it's going down really quickly. But I just saw we had almost 1,000 yards between us and second place within the first lap. I think we actually could get 1,000 yards between the first lap if we had a better car, or we just went a little bit faster. But oh no, we just hit the wall. But we're now going to start the downhill section. I'm almost perfect at this section specifically. Already 1,000 yards. There we go. 1,200 yards between me and second place in 2 laps. And that's how I actually got 2,000 yards between me and second place in the 4 laps, because I just got 1,000 yards 2 times in 4 laps. But now we're going into the straight section of the track, and we're going to get a lot of time here and a lot of distance. And there we go. Look at how quickly we're pulling away from second place. 160 miles per hour. Here we're going to get 170 miles per hour once again. I think we could go for 180 miles per hour if we're fast enough. And also I think 300 kilometers per hour is 188 miles per hour. Maybe we could this car's top speed could be 300 kilometers per hour. But now we're going into the final corner, and there we go, we have now won the Australian Grand Prix and got our goal of 1,000 or more than 1,000 yards between us and second place, just above 4 minutes, and we are 19 seconds faster than the second fastest lap in the race. Oh my goodness. 19 seconds between one lap is crazy fast. And it was also a BMW 1 Series M Coupe in second place. And in the podium, somehow it's a Nissan Skyline GTR, not even the 370Z. And the fastest S-Drive was in 15th place. The fastest car in this series was down in 15th place, below so many Skylines. Actually, the last place car is a BMW S-Drive 35IS. Oh my goodness. But now we'll be moving on to the next race. Okay guys, our next race is going to be elimination at Laguna Seca. We know Indianapolis Motor Speedway, 2 times in a row we had elimination, I think, at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We had at least 3 times now: the drag race, the speed snap, and now an elimination at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. But I think this tier will be the last tier to get 50% of the series. And because it is elimination, it's only 8 cars. We're definitely going to win this race. And the first place car is a green super slow Skyline. And actually already the S-Drives are getting stuck behind the Skylines. Maybe that's what happened in the Mount Panorama race. The faster S-Drives were getting stuck behind so many Skylines, which are very slow. But now already around the outside, we have taken the lead of the American Grand Prix within the first corner of the race. Already the first person has been eliminated. I think within the first 20 seconds, we have already gotten the lead of the American Grand Prix. And after these 2 corners right here, we'll be starting a straight where we can build that huge gap. Pungent sauce once again. I'm not sure if pungent sauce is actually a real word or a phrase, but I might have to Google it later. But now we're into the straight and we're pulling away from the super slow Skylines in second place. Oh my goodness, the alliteration is crazy. Super slow Skylines in second place. Okay, but now, oh my goodness, JoJo 76. I'm pretty sure there's called an anime JoJo. But now after these few corners, we're going to start the bank section of the track, the final section, where I think we got 1,000 yards here within the first lap from this section alone, because we can get so much distance between us and second place, or anyone behind us actually, because our car is so fast, and also it has great acceleration. And if you time it with a good exit from that corner into the final section, we can get a lot of time and distance between you and second place. But now we're going to start into the podium positions guaranteed into the second lap, into the first corner. Podium positions have been secured, only 3 players left. And actually we could just let go of the pedal right here, because I don't think they'll be having even enough time to overtake us. At least second place will be able to take us, but I think third place won't be. Actually, third place just got eliminated, but we're drifting. Oh no, we just lost a lot of time there. I didn't mean to do that actually, but that did look cool. But anyways, back to racing. We need to pull away. Luckily, there's a straight right here where you can bring back some of that distance and time lost. And I think we'll be able to win the American Grand Prix. There we go, guys. We have now won the American Grand Prix. Really easy race. But now we'll be moving on to the next race. Oh my goodness, guys. A cup at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We had 4 races at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. This is just one episode. Oh my goodness. It was drag race, speed snap, elimination, and cup. I think the only 2 game modes left would be the game mode endurance and also the game mode speed record, because speed record you have to get top speed in 1 full lap, and it is 3 laps at the oval. I'm almost perfect at the oval, only need to brake at 1 corner here. I'm almost memorized it, because there was a time trial with the BMW 1 Series M Coupe in Pure Stock Challenge, where actually I uploaded that time trial onto my other channel, Niavoy, the Backwards of Yvain. But now we're switching to around the outside, and we're already overtaking lots of people. Now let's go to the inside of the oval. and we have already overtaken almost half of the whole field now. Getting a small bump from that oh no, we just hit that S drive right there. But now we're going to overtake a lot of people into this street. This car has great top speed, at least for other cars around it. But now we're going to get, I think second place and first place are right together right now. But oh no, we're not able to overtake them. But three Nissan 350Zs, 370Zs together, three Nissan 370Zs together. And now we're going to start the second lap of the race in second place. And I think first place is a Nissan Sylvia, so we're definitely going to win this race. Um, Also, I'm pretty good at this track. Wait, I think I already said that. Now into the first corner of the second lap, and it looks like it will be a Nissan Sylvia in yellow. And look at that. Look at how much we're catching up to the Nissan Sylvia. Now it's getting clearer and clearer every moment. And look at that. It is the Sylvia, but we're sliding a lot now. But we're going to start this straight. And also the super slow Skylines have, I think, in low top speed and acceleration. So I think we'll still be able to win this race. Okay, now we're going into the last two corners, and look at that. We're definitely catching up to the Skyline here. Oh my goodness, getting a huge run up to the Skyline. And it is a Skyline. Now we're going to start the third and final lap of the race. I think we'll be able to take the lead within the second lap of the race. There's the finish line. And there we go. We have now taken the lead of the American Grand Prix within the first two laps. But it was a super slow Skyline. So you gotta admit, you gotta give credit, because getting second place in the Skyline, just imaginary qualifying, that's pretty good. But now we're going into the final section of the final lap of the race. And I think this will be the final race of the episode, because we have already done 47%. I think this will be doing the remaining 3%. I think it'll land perfectly on 50%, because in most of these races you either go like 51%, 53%, like that. But I think this will be the perfect 3% remaining. Now to the final section, the final corner of the track, and there's the final straight, and there is the finish line, guys. And now it is on the minimap there, and we have now won the American Grand Prix. And now we'll be checking our rewards for getting 50%. Hopefully this is 50%, because if this is not 50%, we're definitely going to overshoot it, because we have to do another race. But 4 races at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, all different game modes. That is crazy. But now let's check our rewards. First, we need to get our trophy, and it is loading. And oh my goodness, it's taking a lot of time. There we go. We have now gotten our trophy for the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Cup. Now we're unlocking new tiers and also our bonus 3,000 RS, just 500,000 RS. Perfect. And there we go, guys. We have now completed 50% of 6-cylinder Annihilation series. 8,000 RS with 8 gold. Let's take our screenshot of that for the thumbnail of the video. 8 gold. Now we're just gonna get 88 gold. It might not seem a lot, but it definitely helps in the long run. There we go, guys. And it is perfectly 50%. In the next episode, we're going to be getting 75% to get 11 gold. That is great. But now, that is it for that episode. So like, subscribe, and bye, guys.